My name is William Knight, and I'm the Deputy Director of the festival. And I am responsible for making the wheels of the festival turn in lots of different ways. There are lots of other analogies I could use, but effectively, I'm right in the middle of this organisation, putting the programme together, doing things like this, talking to visitors, running our information centre that we have up on the landing that you've just seen, and generally trying to keep the whole thing on a fairly even keel, which I'm glad to say it broadly is. So far. Yes, we're only on day 4 of 9. So what Claire has asked me to do is just say a few words about the festival. I want to talk to you a little bit about the reason that we're in this amazing museum. I will talk to you a little bit about London and why London is important. I suspect you may have been getting some of that messaging already in your meetings with others. And I would genuinely be very happy to have any questions, not least because I'm completely exhausted, and after about 5 minutes I'm going to start fading anyway. But questions will kickstart my brain a bit. So firstly, the festival. The festival has been going now, this is the 9th edition of the festival. Among other things that we notice developing is that the festival programme becomes larger and larger each year that we do it. So we began in 2003 in September, which was already a period which was quite important for design in London, for a show called 100% Design, which I know that you're going to go and visit a bit later in the week. And that was a kind of moment at which contemporary design suddenly became available and accessible to a range of different people. What it didn't do was tell the full story of design in London, because we now have the capacity with the festival to express in a much wider sense the skills and the quality of design talent that we have in the city. So not exclusively looking at furniture, interiors, and those bits of design that normally lend themselves to promotion and advertising and PR, but also try to tell the story about digital design, graphic design, product design, industrial design, service design, all of those areas. London has world-class talent in existence, and what the festival basically does is provide a platform for all of those different types of designers and design disciplines to come together, promote what they do, create opportunities for dialogue, and of course, hopefully generate some business, which is one of the very important elements. The last and genuinely significant thing is that we actually really try and have fun at the festival. It's not called a design week, it's called a festival. And from those of you that know festival life, festival is fun. You know, so genuinely, we're here to kind of have an enjoyable time, and a lot of what we do is in the later hours of the day. So this evening, I think I'm going to see some of you over on Pitfield Street for the exhibition, and you know, my diary is completely crammed with private views, receptions, parties. So no, it's not a point not to be missed. That fun is actually quite an important element. Anyway, there's a whole backstory and history, the rationale for the festival. But suffice to say that design is one of a key number of creative industries that London works hard to promote. We have a good and close relationship with a whole series of public bodies and organisations that support the festival. British Council is no exception to that. Sadly, don't give us any money, but that's okay. Give us other things. We do have a close relationship with London government, and we've worked with them since the beginning of the festival, because design is a very strong way in which to express the value of being in the city, the value of investing in the city, the value of visiting a festival. And it's a way of expressing a cultural dynamic that otherwise is less easy to do. So we sit alongside the London Fashion Week, which I know you've been over there, Open House, which was last weekend, a kind of architecture opportunities to go see lots of different buildings and places. We also have, later this month, we have Frieze Art Fair, actually it's next month, but Frieze Art Fair, and then also London Film Festival. So we've got rather organically, as London and Britain tends to do, things emerge and develop and grow. We have this kind of creative season, and as time has gone on, the recognition of the value of that is increasing, I suppose. So, does anyone want to ask anything about the background to the festival? I probably haven't gone into the detail of it too much, but
how do you select the commissions?
okay. So the role of the festival, we are actually a very small organisation. We're based in Soho in the middle of London. We are a kind of, almost a kind of brokering agency, if you like, and our role is basically to encourage people to participate in the festival. Again, you know, really, I often say the business that I'm in is relationships. So we're working with organisations and people to create opportunity. So that might be matching venues with content, designers, with industry, all in the anticipation of building a big program, of which we have now 280 events in 9 days. We don't actually have an editorial approach to the festival. What Aravic may be thinking about is a very, very important issue, which is quality. Quality threshold is essential, because we're going to the world with this program, and what we don't want to do is represent, you know, poor quality design. I think, honestly, that it's a very instinctive part of what we do. We've been doing it, the team that we have is small, but in essence, the core of that team was there right at the beginning of the process of building the festival. There are some, you know, I mean, one of the things about design is that it's up for interpretation, and very clearly we are a very, very open church. That's an expression, we're not a church. We're a very broad-based festival, so we want to encourage the widest possible interpretation of design. I think when it comes to kind of painting, it becomes a bit too much, but you know, the difference between painting, illustration is a thin one.